Hello friends, have a nice day. Friends, this is Professor Dr. Gajanan S. Vajire from Department of Electronics, Sri Shivaji College, Akola. And today's topic for discussion is JK and master sleeve JK flip-flops. Already we have discussed clock SR flip-flop in detail. So in order to obtain JK flip-flop, this clock SR flip-flop can be modified by using an additional two NAND gates, gate 1 and this is gate 2 as shown in this figure. The main output Q, it is connected to input of this first NAND gate, and similarly this Q bar output, it is taken and connected to input of second NAND gate. Here J input is connected and here K input is connected, and common clock, it is connected to input of this both NAND gates. Here after application of clock pulse, if we take J and K input as 0 0, then we will get Q output as it is and its complement Q bar, it will also as it is. So this state of output, it is called as no change. That means output is not going to change. If we take second condition as J equals to 0 and K equals to 1, then the output, it is same as in case of clock RS flip-flop, which is 0 and its complement is 1. So this state, it is called as output is a reset, since main output is 0. If we come to next state as J equals to 1 and K equals to 0, then the output is set and its complement is 0. So this state of output, it is called as set. And in case of last condition, when J and K input, they are both 1 1, then it is going to become complemented of last output. That means if in last state output was 0, now this time it is going to become 1, and if it were 1, then now it is going to become 0. So this state of output, it is called as toggle state. That means output is changing between 1 and 0 continuously. And in this particular diagram, the symbol of this JK flip-flop is shown. Here this is J input, K input, this is clock, and these are two outputs. Now let's discuss about concept of clear and preset. In case of JK flip-flop, when J and K both are 1 and clock is applied, the output becomes complement of previous state. But previous state is arbitrary. That means it may 0 or 1 at that particular instant. So in such cases, in order to make the output perfectly 0 or perfectly 1, this concept of clear and presets are used. We can clear or set the flip-flop by adding two more inputs to the flip-flops, which is called as clear and preset inputs. In this particular case, this is clear input and this is preset input. In case of JK flip-flop, both these preset and clear inputs are shown, and also in case of D flip-flop, the same two inputs, preset input and clear inputs, are shown like this. One more thing, we have to take care that this preset and clear inputs, they are active low, where there is bubble at the input signal. That means in order to active these inputs, we have to apply logic 0 signal at this input. Next important concept in this particular flip-flops, it is regarding the triggering levels. So in case of simple clock SR or JK flip-flops, when the input is changed, the output will change as long as the clock is high, and as the clock goes low, the state present at the input will get stored or latched into the flip-flops. Usually it is necessary to store the output of flip-flop instantly, and for this purpose we need a very narrow clock pulse. Such a narrow clock pulse is also required in case of JK flip-flop to avoid the race around condition. This narrow clock pulse or spike applied enables the internal gates at that instant. Such kind of operation of flip-flop is called as edge triggering because the flip-flop responds only when the clock is in transition state. When the triggering occurs on positive going edge of the clock, it is called as positive edge triggering. That means if we take example of clock pulse like this, in this case this is 0 state and this is 1 state. So when this clock signal changes its state from 0 to 1, that means in upward direction, then this is called as positive edge triggering. Similarly, when this triggering occurs on negative going edge of clock, it is called as negative edge triggering. That means in another case, if the output changes during the period of clock pulse, when it changes from 1 to 0, that means in this direction. So this particular change, it is taken as negative edge triggering. In this figure A, positive edge triggering is shown. Here this clock pulse, it is shown like this, and in second figure the negative edge trigger is shown, where the clock pulse, it is shown as negative edge triggering. Now let us discuss about master slave JK flip-flop. Many times this is also called as JKMS flip-flop. Mostly the master slave flip-flop is used to avoid a race around condition. In case of normal JK flip-flop, the output changes during this complete clock pulse, and at the end of clock pulse the value of output may be 0 or 1, and this output is called as ambiguous or uncertain output. Due to this uncertain or ambiguous output, this situation is known as race around condition. To avoid this race around condition, there are two possible solutions. One is to convert wide duration clock into very short clock or into spikes. And other method is to use or to construct the circuit which is known as master slave JK flip-flop. The circuit shown below is a master slave flip-flop, which is basically two gated or clock ESR flip-flops connected together in a series configuration with the slave having an inverted clock pulse. Here this first part, it is a clock ESR flip-flop which is called as master latch, and second circuit, it is same circuit which is called as slave latch or slave flip-flop. And one more thing, that the clock signal, it is connected to master, it is connected also to the slave, but it is inverted through this NOT gate, so that this master flip-flop and slave flip-flop are not clocked simultaneously or at the same time. One more thing, that the slave output from Q, it is connected to input of master flip-flop, whereas the Q bar output, it is also connected to input of master flip-flop. Similarly, the output of master is connected as input to slave from both these ends. As seen previously, for normal operation, the master latch is enabled and its operation follows the normal JK truth table. At the same time, since the clock is 0, the second flip-flop, that means slave flip-flop, remains disabled or it cannot change the state, so that the main output Q does not change during the clock pulse. Hence, the race around condition is removed. Now at the end of clock pulse, the master latch is disabled and the slave flip-flop is enabled, and this slave flip-flop now follows its truth table. Thus, in case of master slave JK flip-flop, the output Q does not change, and at the end of pulse, the value of master's output is transferred towards the main output. Thus, the race around condition is avoided in this JKMS flip-flop. So let's stop here. Thank you very much.